And good morning. It is 25 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from the Chaves County Health Council. I'm going to go left to right this way. So we have Carrie Moore joining us, Jennifer Smith, and Joann Lopez joining us this morning. My left, your right. Good morning. I just realized, wait a minute, it's there, right? Yeah. Sorry. Good morning, ladies. How y'all doing today? Good. Well, it's good to see. I mean, you guys have been busy even through COVID. And I mean, you guys really couldn't have like the full health council, the expos. And I mean, you had some, but it wasn't of the volume it was pre-COVID because we lived in a different world and there's things you can't do. You guys did a lot of stuff virtually and, of course, getting people resources, masks. When there was shortage of all that, you guys were working there. So now I guess it kind of feels like you guys get to do like the day job of the Chaves County Health Council now. You know what I mean? You get to focus on just regular garden variety, getting people exposed to healthcare and things like that, not just worry about COVID stuff. Am I getting close? Are you still dealing with a lot of COVID stuff?
Just a little bit. It's not as bad as it was, the last few years. We're starting to get back to normal, normal in-person events.
Well, I think we're all ready for that here. And
absolutely.
And here's something I don't think a lot of people don't realize. If you're in the need of information about where to, health care needs or special needs for children, or if you've got family members that need, more than standard what families need for health care, Chaves County Health Council is a resource for all that. That's what you guys do is try to bring the medical community and bring those resources and information to the public. And a lot of what you guys offer and do is free of charge or very low cost or things like that. You really try to give, at the end of the day, that's kind of what you guys do is just try to get as many people exposed to as many healthcare options and availability to them here in Chaves County, and really beyond that too. It's not just
and it's a little more than just the health services because they have the 211 helpline, and that's access to somebody who needs help paying rent or.
So it's bigger than just
health. It's bigger.
It's family needs.
211 is a program under Chaves County Health Council.
Yeah.
And Chaves County resident just dials 211 and you just let us know what you're needing, and we can connect you to the resources that possibly could help.
Okay, so if financial, whether it's food, whether it's shelter, whether it's healthcare, whether it's
anything,
an attorney, or one of our other partners with services, domestic violence, and we have other great organizations that I'm sure you guys reach out to in times of need when those things do arise. Hopefully not often, but really just being that connection, that resource to getting people help wherever it might be. A lot of it falls under healthcare, but like you said, you can't be healthy if you don't have any food to eat. You can't be healthy if you don't have a roof over your head.
It's the full physical well-being, mental health,
education,
food,
all of that.
And you don't have to go and don't have to Google numbers. You don't have to retain anything. You just call 211, and it can access anybody and everybody throughout Chaves County.
Nice. It's a really good resource. And here's the thing, too, is I imagine it's great because let's face it, a lot of the stuff we do when it comes to getting assistance for things, there's a lot of red tape.
Yep.
You got to fill out of forms, or and I imagine some of that in and of itself is a preventative measure to do you really need it? Well, you got to be willing to fill. You know what I mean? They get you to go through a lot of that, and so a lot of that can be confusing and intimidating. And so if you're like, I need help, but I don't know what I don't even know what they talk to me, and I just get glassy eyed and don't understand what they're saying, and call 211, and you guys can. All right, you got to do this. You know what that is? All right, let's break it down for you, and and so you understand. I'm not saying you're going to love the red tape, but at least you understand what's going on and know how to navigate through that, and you can help them do that. Which I imagine that deters most people that truly need help, but they're like, I'm not going through this gauntlet, or I don't know, or they're intimidated or scared. I imagine you get a lot of people, especially if they need help, but they're citizens. Are they a citizen or not? I don't know. They just need help, and so sometimes that creates issues and things like that too. So you can help with all that.
And when they call in, it's totally confidential, and it's real important that they understand when they call in, we do not have funding and stuff to assist them. We can help them with the resources.
Got you. So it's really all. So really. That 211, keep it in your unless you can remember, but if you can't, write it down, put it in your wallet, or keep it keep it on speed dial on the phone there. You know, don't call 911. Don't call 411.
Right.
Call 21.
So Chaves County Health Council has the gamut, and so the Health Expo is the part that's going to pull in the health and wellness piece
Yes.
to it, and that's kind of our biggest event.
That's kind of your big,
Yeah,
most
that
publicly
Yeah, it is.
recognized event
Yeah.
is the big, which is coming up. Their big health expo will be in August. I
Yes.
know you're thinking August. That's forever away.
Oh,
no,
no.
hey, it's not.
Oh, no.
No.
Your kids are going to be getting out of school in like a week. Or this week in some cases. And yeah, this is it. This is the last week for them all. So guess what? Summer's here like this weekend.
Yes.
And
and
right
summer
after,
goes by fast,
Very
so you know
fast.
it's almost August now.
yeah.
Sorry, guys.
But let's face it, there is a lot of moving parts to make sure that the Health Expo happens. There's a lot of entities involved, a lot of community partners. It takes quite a bit of time to organize all that. So if you want to be a part of it, if you want to sponsor, if you're a business or you're an organization that would love to be involved in this in some way, shape, or form, either monetarily or physically or both, now is the time to make all of that happen, because these ladies here, they just don't roll up on August the 6th and say, let's do a health expo. There's a lot of moving parts that happen.
Yeah.
So now's the time for that planning. If you're, I'm sure you reach out to a lot of your partners and say it's that time of year again. But if there's people listening saying, hey, we've never been a part of that before, that would be great for our business or for our organization to be a part of that. Now's that time to get on the ball here and get on the stick to do that.
Yeah, so our first year, which we had at the Roswell Convention Center, we had over 120 booths. And then we hit COVID. So then we had virtual, and then we had
Sure.
hybrid, virtual and some in person.
Yeah.
But now we're back to the convention center, which is
All
fantastic.
one location,
All one location.
one-stop shop for everything.
And we're taking the entire facility.
Good. That's a big
Because-
facility.
Yes.
We're anticipating way more than 120.
Great.
So this year we're moving the kids inside of the convention center. The first year we had them over at DeBrenham.
Yes, across the street there.
Across
Yeah.
the street, but it was hot and I was miserable.
And I'm not a betting man, but I'm willing to bet it's going to be hot August 6th. Just a hunch.
I'm kind of going that way too. So, yeah, since the convention center is larger now, it's like, well, let's just move
Yeah.
it all inside.
Plus, you can break it off into room. Like, so if an
Right.
area needs a little more quiet, they don't work well in a group of bunch of people, then they can kind of cordon off and have their own little private area too.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll still keep them segregated. The kids will be in one section, everything else will be in the other side, but we have breakout rooms. So if somebody wants to do yoga with a small group,
Nice.
we could do yoga. We can do,
So they can actually have classes and little
can have-
demonstrations and things. Yeah.
yeah.
That's the plan, is to have to where people can do demonstrations, they can do talks, they can do, maybe a little mini yoga session
Nice.
to promote their
Yeah.
practice, or it's pretty much anything that they want to do. They just
Yeah.
got to get with us.
Gives you a real opportunity to practice what you preach. Like a lot of times, like, hey, we got a booth, we can't, not room to do yoga, but we're gonna have classes come out now. You're like, what you got doing right now? Come on, let's do some warm ups. Let's do entry level yoga poses or something like that.
Yeah.
That's and once you find it's fun, and then hopefully you embrace it and go. I imagine too expanding to other activities and things too, like if you're looking for family stuff or creative stuff to do with your families and things that have health related stuff, that you can kind of spread out and do that at the convention center. So
Yeah.
I think it probably opens the door for a lot more activities at this year's, not just the screenings, but actual fun stuff that people like doing. I mean, it's all necessary to get your blood pressure checked and your glucose checked and all these things, but there's not a lot of people like clamoring, yeah, glucose checking day, boys, let's go. You know what I mean?
What? Nobody's doing that?
Nobody's doing that for
Oh,
some reason.
man.
So you come and learn these valuable things, but then you're like, oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm not doing so well in the health, but I got some brochures, I got some recipes for some great food things and stuff that are going to help with my diet. I got this whole, now I got set up with a nutritionist where I can learn about foods I can have. I mean, and that's what the Health Council is about, and it's really what the Health Expo is about, is to give these things access, especially for people that that don't take care of themselves because they're busy taking care of everybody else. You know what I mean? Like moms and stuff, and so
How
they
is
make
he looking at me on that one?
I just
All right, Mike.
we all, but you know what I mean, though. Like we go through hell and back for our kids or for family,
Amen.
but then it's like for us, we're like, I'll be all right. That tooth will fix itself.
I'll get to it eventually.
Yeah.
You know? And so I think use this as that treat you to you day
Absolutely.
as well as much. Yeah, you know, sure. You want the best for your kids and your family and all that, but you can't do the best for your kids and family if you don't take care of yourself. So take care of yourself too.
And
remind
along
them.
with the Health Expo, there's a few different events for the Expo that Jennifer may want to.
Oh yeah, we've got a T-shirt design contest going
Okay.
on right now for the Health Council.
So if you're creative and want to, perhaps your design could be the one that's chosen for the official shirt of the fair.
Yeah. So right now we're just gathering entries right now.
Okay.
The deadline to submit your ideas is June 30th.
Is there any theme or anything that you like as part of it?
We have a slogan that we want
Okay.
you to kind of build your design around and
Okay.
incorporate the slogan. The slogan's coordinated, connected, committed, building a healthier community one member at a time.
Nice. Okay. So
And it can be anything. We just want it to be, appropriate.
family appropriate and
Yes.
something. And by the way, maybe something that doesn't cost $1 billion to make. So you're like, I made this logo. It's got 57 colors. It's like, yeah, it's going to cost me $1,000 to make this thing.
There is nothing wrong with a 57 color logo.
I love the idea, but they're trying. It's a nonprofit. I'm just saying they don't want to make the logo so expensive they can't afford to make this thing.
Whatever.
Well, we'll take any ideas and we're going to put it to a public vote. And so after the 30th, we're going to put all entries into a Survey Monkey and we'll share that for everybody to vote on.
Cool.
So it's going to be a public opinion vote.
So
and
be involved.
we're going to end the voting on July 31st and we're going to announce the winner at the Health Expo.
Okay.
The winner will get a $250 gift card.
Nice. Very good. You're gonna give them a T-shirt too. I mean, I figure they'd give them a shirt.
They'll get a T-shirt. once we get those made, we'll make sure they get a T-shirt
Yeah.
too. So they can see their
$12.50, you got
work.
a shirt. But yeah, that's a lot of fun. That's really cool. And of course, that's I'm guessing artists and stuff. If you're looking to build resumes, this is a great little opportunity. It's like, oh yeah, that's my design. That's my if you're building your your kind of your book of your works and things like that. But I think kids that are just looking to have fun here, or what? Because I hate. Sorry, we're adults, but our kids are 100 times more creative than we are. They just are. They just. I don't know what happens when you hit a certain age. It's just that someone turns that light off, locks the door of that room, and walks away. I don't know what happens, but and that's and here's the other part. I think this is fun because. When most of us talk health and stuff, we're, I got to see that, we doctors, and usually stuff is not fun. But if you're setting the trends with your children young at this stuff, setting these habits, then maybe they're not going to be like us when we get to be adults and like avoid the doctor like the plague for things. You know what I mean? Just, setting and I think that's where getting your kids involved and having them come out and participate. It presents healthcare in a way that looks like something that they're a partner in and not something that they have to do or they get yelled at. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the Health Expo is really good about that. We have a lot of kid-centered organizations that are going to be involved, and they're going to do some fun things at the expo for the kids. And
Good
we're going to
deal.
have giveaways. We're going to give away bikes and helmets and scooters again.
Oh, yeah.
and
So
a whole
definitely.
bunch of fun stuff.
And it's usually around back to school time, so back to school supplies and
Yes.
things that'll
we'll
all
have
be
a lot of backpacks to
part
give
of it.
away. That'll be first come, first serve. They always go really, really
Yeah.
fast.
Well, and this year we've got the Boys and Girls Club.
great.
They are going to put together the fun run.
Oh, good.
So completely 80s theme.
Great.
So Footloose fun run.
Nice.
And all the proceeds there will go back to the Boys and Girls Club. That is going to be their fundraiser part to it.
So many leg warmers in a fun run there.
Yes.
It's going to look like
It's gonna
flash
be so
dance.
much fun.
Everyone's going to look like flash dance running.
Wait a minute. I didn't think about that.
Right.
I was like the sunglasses with the fake shades
Oh,
on them,
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not dating myself here.
I don't. It is in August, so maybe leave your Michael Jackson jackets is not out of
That
your
might
costume.
be a little warm.
That might be a little more hindrance and helpfulness. And although you're indoors, of course the 5K is not. But if
Oh, no.
you want to keep your 80s going and walk around the convention center, by God, knock yourself out. But really, this is what we want to get people involved in. And now's the time if you're an organization, a business or nonprofit or anything that would like to be involved with it. Like you said, Boys and Girls Club, it's great to see these nonprofits to be a part of it. Especially, by the way, if you're looking for stuff for your kids this summer, reach out to Boys and Girls Club. They have a great summer program, and it's very affordable. They really work with families to make sure. And here's the great part. I know the folks over there at Boys and Girls Club, they do a lot of curriculum-based fun stuff. So it's not just babysitting your kids for the day. They're interacting. They're doing group projects. Depending on their age, the teenagers are doing more elaborate stuff. The younger kids are doing stuff more age-appropriate. But I'm telling you, it's great to see they're involved in this year. But they're looking for folks for their summer program and stuff right now. So reach out to Boys and Girls Club. But if you're an organization, that wants to get involved with this, I know. Especially now that it's back to being normal after a couple years of COVID. This is, like you said, there's 160 some. We want to blow that away. So hopefully every nook and cranny of the convention center is filled with booths and events and activities that are available for folks. Much of it free of charge or very, very low cost. And that's the thing too. If you don't have doctors, if you don't have healthcare really lined up right, this can help you navigate through all that. If you're like, I can't afford it, I can't. There's people there to talk to give options for all that. If there's a desire to have healthcare, we can figure it out. You know what I mean? And that's where the
everything
healthcare
that we're offering at the Health Expo is going to be free to the public.
Yes.
That's why we need sponsors. We have some really great sponsors. We've got Eastern New Mexico Medical Centers already on board. Humana's already on board. We've got the Boys and Girls Club, Bewitches, Character Council in Chaves County, and of course the Health Council. But we do need more. And you don't have to be a health and wellness related business or organization to sponsor the Health Expo.
Excellent.
Any organization. I think the first year we had some of the car dealerships sponsored.
Yeah.
So if you just want to be a part of bringing health and wellness to the community, you can sponsor. We give you all kinds of good perks.
Yeah.
But the deadline is in a month.
Yeah, June 27th?
June 27th is the deadline for sponsorship.
Which I know still seems like a long way away, but it's
a month away.
It's a month away. It's right around the corner.
The reality is that every business needs to look at health and wellness because it affects their employees just as much.
Absolutely.
So this is
a business owner, you know exactly how that works. Yeah.
I definitely know how that one goes.
Yeah.
But this is how you get involved and you get out there. You can get your staff involved and they can come and they can do the free screenings if they don't have health insurance.
Yeah.
Being any business owner in this town to help sponsor and support a community event centered around health and wellness is a fantastic idea.
Absolutely. And I would even say smaller to large businesses, if you're looking to incorporate some of these things in your business, you can come as a customer yourself and learn how to implement some of these things for your own employees and businesses. And so, you're a sponsor, but at the same time, you could also be a person that's working to bring this to your own business and things like that.
Because we like going around and seeing all the booths and seeing what everybody has to offer. And we're part of putting it together. So
we learned
some
stuff
of us didn't have that kind of time.
You will this year. You're going to be inside.
She's like, I'm just happy I'm indoors this year. They're not putting you to work making food or nothing, right? They're not going to get to enjoy it. Speaking of food, is there going to be food and stuff around for folks, or is that still to be determined yet? Or is it just depending on the booths and things and what they want to do?
It's kind of to be determined. There's a little bit of rules and regulations when it comes to the convention center.
This is true.
And since this is basically...
Their event, or that their place.
Right.
Gotcha.
And unless we can get a food sponsor, somebody out there wants to, buy a couple 100,000 hot dogs.
I'm just saying. We need the sponsors. You got a captive audience. You got an opportunity to be a sponsor here for something like that.
And we're willing to work on that kind of sponsorship.
Sure.
We've got some sponsorships that their contribution is, we've got one that's just providing backpacks.
Well, that helps. Every little
Yeah.
cog in the machine makes it happen, and that's
So we're willing to work with any organization on in-kind donations and things like that.
Yeah.
Anything that will help us out and help the community.
think of it. Even if you're not thinking of it from the health perspective, think of it as a marketing tool for your business. And
Exactly.
thinking,
Yes,
if you're thinking, well, but you know what? Your customers, the people that work for you, we all care about healthcare and things. And so when they see your business associated with things like this, I'm sorry, I know other people look at that. It's like, look, they're always involved in the community. I'm going to support that business, and I do it all the time, and I know I'm not the only one that does that. So if you're looking for a way to be active in the community, but at the same time market and advertise, which really on the cheap. You can. It is kind of a cheap way to get some advertising for your business, and at the same time, all of your efforts are going to help people in the community.
Yeah.
So it's a win-win for everybody.
You give us the money and we do the work on marketing your
Yeah.
business.
Absolutely.
And we also have the booth space, and the booths are relatively cheap because you can get a booth for $50.
Yeah.
And
So you can
that
promote
gets
your
you
own
in
stuff.
front of, you can promote your own stuff. The first year we had over 800. What was the number of the participants? How many people walked
It
through?
was close to 1,000.
Close to 1,000.
That's a lot of people
And that was the first year.
in a few hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now we're rolling on our 4th year. So
And-
I'm anticipating way more than that.
and trust me, there will be a lot of hype about this event between now and August.
And people
so
are ready to get out.
and
face to
and
face.
obviously when we hit that time frame, that's a busy time for people. They're making back to school. They're thinking backpacks or sports physicals, all of that stuff. And guess what? The health fair is like, oh, by the way, here's the health fair. You can do almost all of that stuff right here
Exactly.
at the event. Oh, and by the way, you can also do this, this, and this. And really, so I don't care if you're a senior, if you're a teenager, if you're a new family, or of kids retired and it's just mom and dad living in an empty nest or somewhere in between. There's going to be benefits for you at the health fair, and
It's all ages.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that we reach the entirety of the community.
yeah, I mean, it just so happens to be in August, so there is a whole stuff for kids here, but it's just as much for seniors and adults and things too. If you're needing to make more connections with diabetes and those types of things, or be educated on all that, or be understanding what you can and can't do, or you're thinking you're diagnosed with that stuff, that's the health fair is for all of that too. So just remember that's what so being a sponsor is this is something that's got something for everybody. It's not a niche market. It's mass appeal. Thousands will probably come through the door that day, whether they're coming for fun or just to gather as much free stuff as possible.
Yeah.
Either way, they're there and they're in front of
Well,
you.
and that's why we have the giveaways. We want people to come. We want them to have fun. We want them to learn, and we want them to have a chance on getting some fun stuff because we give away stuff for kids and for grown-ups.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, it is fun. That's the other thing too. I mean, it's fun, and there's
Oh, yeah. Where else can you walk through a colon?
right.
I mean, come on. Punch a polyp.
And tell your friends about it. That might be the other part. And tell your friends
That
about
is
it. Other
funny.
times, like, I'm
That
not
is
saying
so
nothing to
funny.
nobody.
I
about
came out the other side.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, take
How fun.
make it a tunnel of love. Make it a couples walk. You can come through and it'd be like like the old Looney Tune commercials where they hit the boat, the cartoons, and they go to the tunnel of love. It'd be like that, but for your colon.
I want to tell them the time.
Yeah, let's give the pertinent dates, times, and all that stuff for this year's fair.
Okay, so it's going to be on August 6th.
Okay.
We're going to kick it off with the Footloose Fun Run,
All right.
sponsored by the Boys and Girls Club.
Get your 80s on and come have some fun and running.
So-
and you can dance if you want. Unlike Footloose, you're allowed to dance. in this.
Yes. So registration for the run will begin at 6:30 in the morning.
Okay.
The run begins at 7 a.m. and it lasts usually about an hour to give people time to
Sure.
either walk or
The,
run.
the more athletics will do it quicker, and the,
Yes.
the ones that are there for a good time will
Yeah.
they'll drag it out to the last possible minute. You say, "Are you guys done?"
And the expo kicks off officially at 8 a.m. and we run until noon.
Very cool. So come and be a part of it. like I said, it'll be early, so you can come and get your stuff, and if you got plans for the afternoon, you can tell them. And it's a come and go event. So
Yes.
if you're just there to do the run and stuff and all that, you do that, then you go. But if you're there, like, no, I want to get some good information, all that, be there at 8, and the earlier the better. That way you can see and you have more time to take advantage. Like the plan is, there's a lot to see. So you get there at 8, and by noon you may get through it all. That's kind of the idea here.
Yeah, a lot of times. And then some things will have to be scheduled. So we're still in works on a mammogram bus.
Okay.
And so those will be scheduled throughout the day.
For some of those screening processes,
Some of the screenings,
like donating blood, or if things like that are fun things to do at this event, but at the same time it's a windowed event or something like that.
Yeah.
Especially I don't know if anybody's going to be offering like screenings for like glucose and all that.
Yeah,
But
those
remember,
have to be done first thing in the morning.
Yeah,
That's
those
why
are
we start pretty early so that we can get those out of the way. People can get it done, go eat some breakfast.
Just a pro tip: don't hit Denny's and get a big 3-egg omelet and then roll up to get your glucose tested at the thing. They're not going to. You're not going to be happy with the results. Just warning. But what's probably the best way to get a hold of you guys if they're interested in being a sponsor or wanting to be a booth at the event? Is it probably through Facebook, or is there a better way?
They can hit us up on Facebook. They can email the Chaves County Health Council at outlook.com.
Okay.
They can call 211.
That's right. There is that number, 211. Hey, what's the number to the health council? You just called it.
Yeah, but we get messages on Facebook, so that's a good place.
Yeah, and that way you can, I encourage you to like and follow the Chaves County Health Council on Facebook, because you find out about events like this, but you constantly or if there's little one-off events, or hey, there's an opportunity through so-and-so. It's a great reference point or information point for anything for your family health care related. So
yeah, we share everything that we come across.
Or if there's events going on around town or things like that, you guys are always sharing and keeping. So it's a good resource for just knowing what's going on in the community.
And be looking out, because we'll be getting a website here pretty soon also.
Yes.
Check you out, highfalutin and website.
It's only taking a little while.
Very cool. And of course, if you want to get involved, the Health Council is always looking for volunteers. These 3 ladies are tired of doing it all. They're looking for some more people to help out with it. I'm just kidding. They have people to help.
We're started back with in-person meetings. So we're doing a hybrid format meeting. So we're meet the second Wednesday of every month. If you want to come in person, you can come. We meet at 500 North Main. It's the big building on Main Street in Suite 102.
That's the one.
And if you want to hop on Zoom, you can hop on Zoom.
Okay.
But it's the second Wednesday of every month. And if you want to be part of the Expo planning, we have a meeting today.
Okay.
Same address and also on Zoom available too. You can email Joann at Chaves County Health Council at outlook.com and she can get you that Zoom link, or come join us in person at 500 North Main, Suite 102.
Excellent.
At 12.
At noon.
12.
At noon. At noon today.
Take your lunch. Yes, you did forget that.
Yeah, you can bring your lunch, eat lunch while we talk.
Or eat someone else's. Just kidding. That's fighting words. You don't want to mess with people's lunch.
We keep Expo meetings as short and sweet as possible.
Get your
We wanna
sandwich from
respect
Bewitches,
time.
then head on over there.
There you go.
So.
Well, not today.
Not today.
That's today. That's right. It's Monday.
She's here.
That's why our meetings are on Monday.
Good point. She's not busy there.
Yeah, if you want me, you have to have a meeting on a Monday or Tuesday.
There you go.
There you go.
Although, make her bring some sandwiches to the meeting. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, she ain't doing nothing right now. Make some sandwiches.
Mike, I liked you up until this.
She's gonna get you.
I feel like you're picking on me today.
That's all right. I'm used to getting hit. It's okay.
I do have a water bottle.
And I got a big head, so. But all jokes aside, yeah, come out and be a part. I'm sure this is that part I always tell people. If you want a better community, there's only one person that's going to make it better. You stepping up and rolling up your sleeves and getting involved with it here. So if you're looking for a passion project, a place where you can get involved and help the community, the Chaves County Health Council is one of those avenues that can really help you there, because
we encourage our members to share what they're passionate about, what they want to see change in the community, and we absolutely support our members' visions of what they want to see change and be better for our community. So if you want some change going on, this is a good place to do it.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm not. We got a pretty good place to live. I think we have a great community here, but is it perfect? Absolutely not. I mean, there's so many things that need addressing and things, but it takes the community to do that. I don't care how many elected officials you throw in a thing. If the community's not involved, getting involved and doing it, it's not going to happen. So that's why the Health Expo and what the Chaves County Health Council does is so great, because these are all grassroots people just starting to do, you know what I mean? People that care, that want to do things. And you always get a better product and better results when you got a bunch of people that care about what they're doing it.
Absolutely.
And that's what the Health Council is. And if you'd like to be a part of that, and even if it's little things, I mean, we all don't have to go break our backs. Just come in. I'm going to do my one thing. All right, great. You do your one thing, and then that person does their one thing, and then we all do our one thing. And now all our one things turn to one great thing. And that's how we make it better.
We need all skills for the Health Council. We had one when we were talking about this website of one of our members was asking a whole lot of techie questions, and we were like, okay, you need to come and be involved in this meeting with this website guy.
Is it GIF or GIF? I don't remember.
So
Exactly.
we need people of all skill levels to join, because you have something to offer.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's not just healthcare folks or things like that.
Right.
Lawyers, there's legal.
Yes.
Hey, you maybe you're a grocery store manager. There's lots of resources that you could help us out with, or that's whatever you bring to the table, you bring something that's needed, and that's what it's. You don't. Okay, you're not a doctor, so no problem. You can still get involved with the Health Council and get a lot involved and do a lot of good.
Yeah.
And,
I'm not a doctor. Joanne's not a doctor.
Yeah. None of y'all are doctors, I'm pretty sure. I've seen y'all not doctors. Y'all do some
Doctor of food.
Dr. Sandwich. That's a good name.
And we just got to
Dr.
remember that
Dr.
our
Sam.
health involves so many different aspects
Absolutely.
of life, not just, physical.
Yeah.
There's so many aspects.
Well, and that's just it. That's what you realize you can do a lot of help with people, just little things sometimes. Sometimes it's, like during COVID. Oh, I'm going to take a sack of cans over to, First United Methodist Church's food pantry or something. You know what I mean? That's how you make differences, doing little things. Everyone did little things like that. That's how amazing would our community be, and it is pretty good. But if everyone just did little things like that, and that's where the Health Expo kind of is a big version of that, bringing us all together to do that stuff.
Absolutely.
So I know, mark it on your calendars, August 6th. It'll be at the convention center. Like you said, get up early for running, but at 8 o'clock's when the actual health fair will start. And then, of course, if you want to sponsor, either as a business or a nonprofit or individual, please reach out to the Chaves County Health Council here. And if you want to have a booth at the event, it's the entire convention center. So we got room.
Yes.
We got room to spread out.
Right now we have room.
Yes.
But
The idea is for that to
chances are
change.
we're going to run out.
If you wait till August 5th and go like, hey, y'all got a booth, that you might not be able to do that.
No. The first year, whenever we had it at the convention center, we actually had a waiting list of people that came on
What a
last
great problem to
minute.
have, isn't it?
Right. Absolutely.
That if somebody didn't show up, we'd call them and they'd come. So, we did run out of space, and we anticipate that we're going to run out of space quick.
Well, I hope you do. I hope you guys
do
do.
too.
I hope I would love to where you guys. Sorry, we have too many people that want to help. I'm sorry. That would be an amazing problem to have, but not going to happen anytime soon. So please reach out and sign up and say, hey, I want to be involved. I want to be on the council and on the board. I want to just, hey, maybe our business can be a booth at the event, or maybe we can be a partner for future things and all of that.
Mike, just like in the name Chaves County, we are reaching out to Hagerman, Dexter, Lake Arthur.
Oh, this ain't just for Roswell
Absolutely.
folks.
Any businesses there that would like to be a part of this, give us a holler.
You folk in I say folk like two people in Lake Arthur. I'm just kidding.
There's 12. I've counted them.
No, but really, all of Chaves County here, and this is our community here, and if you need help, and certainly. If you're looking for resources, don't hesitate to reach out to the Chaves County Health Council. If you call 211, if you're a family in need, or an individual in need, or a business in need, call out to 211, and then they'll be happy to put you in the right direction with whatever you need. If they can't help you directly through that hotline, then they will put you in touch with the people that can. So
Yeah, and especially those in the smaller communities, because they'll know each other, but they may not know all the resources here in Roswell.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a great way to reach out and get more access.
And convenience is a blessing and a curse, because, yeah, it's nice that we can go online and do a lot of these things, but unless you're a person that does that all the time, that might as well be Chinese.